Hey guys, I am DC, your host of Barside Jive Live, and it's awesome you chose to hang out here with us for this show tonight in the very cool Vocal Media Studios located in North Dallas, Texas. We host the very best musicians in America on this show, and tonight is no exception. Oh, by the way, you can now download my shows on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn. There's a list of them. Okay, I'm not going to mention them all, but they're there. So anywhere where you can download music podcasts, you should be able to find us too. Barside Jive. If you are listening to this episode as a podcast, you can watch it right now by going to vocalnow.com. And remember, vocal is misspelled with a K. Vocalnow.com. Accidentally, on purpose, they tell me. And click on the Barside Jive image on the top of the app or on the top of your browser. You'll come right into the show. Or at any time, you can watch my content on demand, youtube.com Barside Jive Live. Barside Jive is sponsored by
The Zoo.
On Vocal.
The Zoo is the world's best rock and can be streamed 24/7, 365 at vocalnow.com. Zoo Freaks get classic rock, deep cuts, B-sides, last tracks, stuff you're never going to hear on an FM station. Plus, the big thing here is you can avoid all those long-ass, back-to-back, 7 to 8 minutes of commercials between the songs. Boy, don't we hate that. Be sure to check my merch. I've got tees and hoodies available at bradjensenart.com. That's right, the legendary artist Brad Jensen makes all my merch. It's Brad, Jensen art.com. Just click on DC's gear when you get there.
Yay! My ology.
Guys, my live music showcase today is focused on the Wonder Horns. These ladies, Alicia on sax, Amanda on trumpet, and Sarah on trombone. These ladies began playing together as the horn section for the Walton Stout Band, a top 40 cover band right here in Dallas, Texas. From the very beginning, their chemistry on stage garnered attention and high fives from audience members, whether it be at a wedding, a corporate event, or a public club gig. Their high energy playing and their choreography has kept them in demand with many different bands throughout Texas, and these Wonder Horns look forward to keeping the music funky and fresh well into the future. So I want to welcome Alicia, Amanda, and Sarah to Barside Jive Live. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. 2 to 3 inches now, 2 to 3 not 8 to 10. No, I'm just messing with you. But I do want people to hear.
Perspective is everything,
I
right?
I do want people to hear you, and you want to be heard, right?
That's
so,
true, that's true.
Plus, we don't want to piss Jay off.
Right.
Because, the guys in the control booth, they can make you, they can do weird shit to the show. We don't want that.
Okay,
but
keep them happy.
Keep them happy. That's right. So we are so glad that you guys are here. I've been really looking forward to this because you're kind of a first. I mean, I've never had a horn section on the show ever. I've never had a horn, period, on the show. It's all about drums, guitars, bass, and singing.
Cool.
And
It's about
so
time.
we're way overdue. We've been doing this a long time, and this is like a first. So when I heard about you guys, I was like, oh, hell yes, we got to get them on the show. So I'd love to know right off the bat, I'd love to know how each of you kind of got your start in this music thing. I ask that a lot, and most of the time, everybody got started at a young age, either in band or you want to play an instrument, and your mom or dad bought it for you. But sometimes I hear some really different stories, and so I'm just kind of curious, and we're going to start with you, Sarah.
Okay, well, it is kind of a story starting in band as a young student. I was actually a little older than most people when they start. I didn't start until 7th grade, and the reason I started was a friend of my mom's told me that she got a college scholarship by playing euphonium in the college marching band.
Cool.
And I grew up with a single mom, just me, my brother, and my mom. And so I knew that was like going to be an issue going to college and paying for it at some point. So once I heard her say, yeah, I got a college scholarship for being a musician, I thought, okay, well, maybe I could do that. And so I started band in the 7th grade. I wanted to play the drums, just like everyone else. Band director said,
You're telling my story.
Sorry, everyone wants to play the drums. But, and also the other thing is that the instrument needed to be free, right? Because single mom, we couldn't afford like to go to a store and buy one. We had nothing laying in the attic or garage. Like, yeah. So what he had for free in the closet was a euphonium. And
wow.
Back in my day, pre-internet,
Back in my day.
like we couldn't just Google what's a euphonium, because when he told me that, I was like, what?
Is it ugly?
What now? Yeah. So I remember my mom took me to the public library. I had to use the card catalog and all that kind of old school stuff to figure out, to find an encyclopedia, to look up what is this. And then I was like, oh, that's... Because for people that don't know, it looks like a small tuba. It's not in orchestras. It's in like military bands typically, and marching band, stuff like that. So yeah, that was, I started on euphonium. He showed it to me, opened it up. I was like, oh my gosh, that thing is bigger than me. I used to ride the freaking school bus to school. They used to have to come out, open the bottom compartment for me when they picked me up, and I put it in there. It was
you had a lot of
building.
Attention.
Yes,
you got a lot of attention, didn't you? It
probably
wasn't good.
Yeah, so I stuck with it though, and then like when I was in high school, because of the limitations of playing that instrument, I wanted to be in jazz band and orchestra and things like that, and I could only do wind ensemble. So I started learning trombone in high school.
Did you ask again about the drums at that point?
No, I was over it by then.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I never got over it.
I moved on to once I had the low brass love, I couldn't let it go. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
And it worked out, the college scholarship thing.
Did it?
Yes.
Awesome. Good for you. You've been playing a long time.
I have.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, my story is very similar, except they told me, Mr. Jalefka, I'll never forget his name. He said, now, when we get a spot in drums, we'll move you in. But right now, I really need a trombone player, and there's no spots in drums. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, 2 years later, it's time to go to high school, and I'm still not going to get to be a drummer. So I was like, no, I'm done. I'm not playing the trombone in a third year. No, I'm done. So, yeah, it's a similar story, but that's...
So you quit?
I quit.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a shame.
I quit, but you had to do something, so I went to choir.
Okay, that's cool.
There was a lot of good-looking girls in choir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went to choir and sang the next 3 years. But anyway, it was cool. Whose turn? Oh, it's Amanda, the quiet one. It's your turn, Amanda. Hey, Amanda. So what's your story, girl?
Well, I started in 6th grade band just like most people do. I kind of followed my brother's footsteps, he was a couple of years ahead of me in school, and he played saxophone. And even though all of my friends were going into orchestra and choir, I was like, I think I'm going to go into band because it seems really cool. And my family on my mom's side, they all have musical background. So, I grew up with a very musical family. None of them were really formally trained, though. They all just kind of play with their ears and jam with each other. So I kind of went the other way and took the formal education route with music.
Right.
So anyway, I went through middle school band, high school band. I had a really inspirational band director. He taught my 6th grade trumpet class, and then I got to the high school, and he was my band director there, and he was kind of a big motivation for me to continue. I wasn't sure what I was going to do after high school, but he really pushed me in the direction of music. So I went to the University of North Texas, got my undergraduate degree there and master's degree in classical performance.
Wow.
And then I started, getting work as a private instructor, as a marching band instructor after I did several years in Drum Corps International. It's kind of like a nonprofit youth organization for
I'm familiar with
band.
it. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. And we toured around the country. I did that for 8 years with the Crossmen. It's a group out of San Antonio, and the Blue Devils. It's a group from Concord, California. And with the Blue Devils, we traveled to Malaysia, Guatemala, Taiwan, several different European countries. And I thought, wow, okay, this music thing's turning out to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, right.
And that's all I do. So I play with different groups, and the three of us, we play together as much as we can, but sometimes we play independently.
Right.
And I teach students who are from 6th grade through 12th grade trumpet
Awesome.
in 3 different school districts in the Dallas Metroplex, 9 different schools. So during the week, I do that. I teach, and then on the weekends, play whatever gigs come up, and it's a lot of fun.
Wow.
I've never heard her talk that much in my life.
Isn't that awesome?
I'm really impressed.
Super.
I am like, I didn't know, but I'm like, I love the story. Now that reminds me, Amanda, let me go to Sarah one real quick though, because Sarah, you're doing something really cool with your life right now. You've got a business going.
Oh,
I want you to talk about it, and I can't believe you didn't bring one in.
I know. I didn't want to, hijack our time as the Wonder Horns.
I know,
for
but
personal
I want you to real
profit.
quick talk about what you've got.
So, okay, last summer, not this past one, but the one before, I was going to a rehearsal for a musical, and typically when you play musicals, you don't know what mute changes you're going to need. This isn't actually a mute; it's a practice mute.
Mm-hmm.
So you put them into the bell of a brass instrument, and it changes the color and the sound. So most mutes are pretty expensive. It's quite an investment, and brass players have a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got over $1,000 worth of mutes sitting in your house, and you need to get it to that rehearsal. I was using this old duffel bag that I shared with my husband. We both play trombone. And the mutes would get little dings in them and stuff inside the bag because it wasn't padded.
Right.
And it was a Chicago Cubs bag. I'm from Chicago. I do love the Cubs, but I don't keep up with it. So as you can guess, and being a trombone player yourself, like most former. Okay.
Yeah.
Most things I do with other brass players and, orchestra stuff, it's a lot of men.
Right.
So in the back of my head, every time I use that bag, I'm thinking, please don't ask me who my favorite player is or who the pitcher is or any stats, you know?
Right.
Like men want to do maybe. So, so after that, I came home and I Googled looking up what's a better alternative to this duffel bag situation that has me nervous about the Cubs. And so I didn't really see anything that looked like something I would want to spend money on. And there's not many options to start with. So, that from that rehearsal, I thought, well, it doesn't exist, so I should be the one to make it exist. So I found a place that makes them the way that I want them to. And last March, I launched the business. It's called My Mute Bag. And yeah, it's been going strong since last March.
Very cool. Very
Amanda's
cool.
one of my first customers.
Was she?
Yeah.
That was very cool.
Yeah, it's a great mute bag. I love it. I recommend it. I think everyone should buy one.
There you go, right there.
She's right.
Can't get a better endorsement than that, right? That is so cool. Such great stories. Okay, Alicia, it's your turn.
My turn. So I had a family friend when I was about 5 years old that played saxophone, and I remember seeing it for the first time. And 5 years old, I was totally drawn to it. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. I loved the sound. I loved the way it looked. And so for the next 5 years, every couple of months, I'd bug my parents. I want a saxophone. They're like, you're too little, which I was. So when I was 8 years old, they finally put me on clarinet, which I didn't really enjoy that much. And even then, I want a saxophone. Finally, 10 years old, Christmas morning, under the tree, there was a saxophone.
There it was.
Yep. And I've been playing since then. I grew up in Singapore, so I was performing at an international school there, and had the opportunity to start playing in blues bands when I was 16 years old. Went to college in Australia, got my Bachelor of Music, moved to America, and started just performing professionally. I teach privately, studio work, freelance musician, all around.
Wow.
I have a couple of endorsements with a saxophone manufacturer and a mouthpiece manufacturer, and they've helped promote my career as well. In 2012, I released my debut CD, Along for the Ride by Alicia's Quartet. It's on Spotify and all those other download platforms. You can check it out. And yeah, I guess that's it for now.
Very cool. Y'all got some great stories. Now, I guess you all started or met each other through Walton Stout Band, right? Right? So who
Yes.
was there first?
Amanda.
Amanda was with them first, and then who was second?
Me.
You came in, and then you came in?
I came in last, yeah.
Yeah.
I was living in Houston at the time, and the band leader's friend saw me performing in Houston and took some video and sent it to Bill up here in Dallas. And she got my number. I was in the back parking lot smoking with a friend. Not really. He was smoking. I was hanging.
You're inhaling.
My mom might see this. And yeah, she came outside. She was like, "Oh, I got to get your number." You know, that happens all the time. You're like, yeah, here it is. But,
right.
you know, a week later, Bill actually called, and, you know, the rest is kind of history as far as me being a member of that group.
Yeah.
It was really like a similar kind of fast thing. So normally, like she said, people are always kind of, you know, talking basically like, oh yeah, we're gonna work something out and someday, you know. But I was doing this other random gig with Amanda, and I was pretty new in town at that point, and at that I started chatting with her, and at that performance she said, hey, I texted my band leader because we're looking for a new trombonist. And, you know, I went home and I was like, yeah, whatever, you know, and stuff like that. People always tell you those things. And then he immediately started hitting me up and was like, okay, are you available next Friday and Saturday?
Wow.
Which was kind of a surprise because normally things don't move that fast. But
right.
And I hadn't even really known Amanda. And then like a month or two later, then Alicia joined the band, and like we all hit it off right then. But
yeah, we like each other.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
That helps. That helps
You know,
the
and-
gigs go.
And absolutely. And sometimes dreams do come true.
They do.
That's something out of Disney, I'm sure, or somewhere. Hey, let's give the audience a little taste of the Walton Stout Band. And I know you guys are in this video, so let's check it out, okay?
Cool.
Here we go.
Put your pinky rings up to the moon. Yeah, what y'all trying to do? 24-karat magic in the air. Head to toe so clear.
Sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. The hot blood baby body, I don't stop.
Timber, you better move. You better move. You better dance. You better dance. Let's make a night you won't remember. I'll be the one you won't forget. Oh, Timber. Whoa. Timber.
Pop out, it's showtime.
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 Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know.
Don't tell.
Oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in.
Plain, not just me, ain't a dang thing changed. Live in hotels, swing on planes. Blessed to say, money in your thing club, loving like a ball now. Boldly order me another round. Homie, we about to clown. Why? Cause it's about to go down.
Your cheeks so soft, there is nothing for me but to love you, just the way you look tonight.
Wow. High energy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of party.
Yeah.
Always lots of fun, yeah.
Yeah. So are you guys still with?
No.
Okay. So how long were you guys with Walton Stout?
About 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
3? That's
From
quite a while.
2016, the end of 2016, like the fall, winterish
Sure, it was
time
3
is when
years.
we all three were playing at the same time in Walton Stout
Wow.
since then.
Mm-hmm.
And then the band has new ownership
Okay.
over the summer.
Yeah.
So when that happened, we thought, well, we want to make sure we get to play together and not get separated. So
Right.
that's when we started calling ourselves the Wonder Horns. And now we're a horn section for hire.
Right. We've been
Wow.
doing freelance work as a unit, and like we're a great option for cover bands that might not necessarily have
Yeah,
horns, but they get
right.
booked by a client that wants them.
Right.
It's like, here's a group that knows, 99% of the top 40 band repertoire. We have choreography, we have chemistry, like a great option for turnkey horns if you need them.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, because
if one of us can't make it, we still have the Wonder Horns unit kind of as a labeled brand. We have people who come in and sub in for us. So like, for example, just to give a shout out to our good friend Sherry, who you saw in the video.
Okay,
she's,
right.
A good trumpet playing friend of mine in college over at UNT. She went to TWU at the same time. And so we would kind of sub for each other in and out during college.
Awesome.
And so I've been going to Japan on and off the last 4 years. And so obviously gigs still go on, and she's been just vital to stepping in, filling in, and playing with these guys, and we love her. So she's technically part of the Wonder Horns too.
Wow, very cool. Mm-hmm. Very cool. One of my favorite rock bands is the Stones, and
Bobby Keys. That's the sax player, Bobby Keys.
Yeah, and they have from time to time they use horns. So I'd love to hear you guys with some of these Stones tributes around. Well, that would be cool.
Pass on our information.
Yeah, right. Well, hey, they're probably gonna. I know one of them's probably watching. So okay. So let's make sure we covered this well, because I want people to know what you guys are doing now, because I know you've all got day jobs. So, and I know Amanda, she's teaching, right? Private teaching, and then Alicia, you're doing the same.
I do a little private teaching. I actually just relocated to Arkansas recently, so I'm starting kind of fresh there, building up some work.
What part of Arkansas?
Fayetteville,
way up north of Fort Smith.
Yeah,
beautiful up there.
Oh man, it's amazing. So I come down to the city on the weekends, work, and then the rest of the time I'm hiking and biking and enjoying the outdoors. Yeah, you got the University of Arkansas up there, right? Right. So, okay, so very cool. So I'm not doing that much on the side right now. Okay. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, but you will be teaching. No, but she freelances a ton up there. Yeah, I play with a bunch of different groups, and I have my own jazz group up there, and I do I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not teaching as much as I have been. I've been performing more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right. And are you doing? I also teach some. I teach some lessons at the Booker T. Washington High School for Performing and Visual Arts in Dallas, because it's a great school, but also it's on the same street down the block from where my day job is, which is at the Dallas Symphony. I'm in the education department, so I do that at the Meyerson. Exactly, you got it. Yeah. Yeah, that's my office. Really? Yeah. They can vouch for it. Yeah. Oh, very cool. It's a cool place. It's a beautiful place. It is beautiful. Yeah, I haven't been there in like 5 or 6 or 7. It could have been 10 years. Well, I can hook you up with some comp tickets. Can you really? Yeah, you should. The Dallas Symphony is phenomenal. Oh, I love it. I love to go, and I used to go more, but I haven't been in so long. But the last time I went, it was to hear Robert Plant with the Band of Joy. Okay. He played there, but yeah, I haven't been in so long. But yeah, I love going to the Symphony. Yeah. I love the Meyerson. Yeah, it's a really beautiful place. It's a cool venue. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. In fact, I do the concert calendar for the zoo, and the zoo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's that button, didn't you? It was like this 70s, 80s classic rock station that was huge in Dallas. Everybody had a zoo sticker on their car, and then 1989 went out of business, and like radio stations do, and then the Vocal brought them back about 3 years ago. So I do some stuff on the zoo. And where was I going with that story? Calendar? I do the concert calendar. Thank you very much. I do the concert calendar, and attention. It was somebody was playing at the Meyerson. It just does the calendar. Like recently? Is it Sarah Jaffe? No, it was coming up this weekend. Well, this weekend is Gil Shaham playing. Yeah. He's a violinist. No, it's Gil Shaham. Maybe it was last weekend. Maybe it was last weekend. I can't remember. You probably know all. You got them all in your head. But recently, I put them on the calendar. Okay, awesome. Yeah. We have a lot of pops concerts come through, and those are more popular for the not so into classical music crowd. Right. I like both. But classical music is for everyone. Oh, absolutely, it is. Sure thing. That's cool to know that you work there.
So, okay, so you're playing these instruments that are like, I don't know, they're just different. They're horns, and I know you guys are kind of synchronized at times. I'm watching your videos, and you're choreographed, you're synchronized, so you don't bang into each other. But has there been anything?
We still do.
Okay, I want to know.
Yeah.
Well, what funny has happened on stage?
I've got a few ones of trombone
okay.
stories.
Oh, I can't wait.
So-
Okay,
I
Sarah,
know what she's gonna say.
Alicia, go ahead.
She'll have her mic pack on her belt, and then there'll be a cable to her bell. And so when we're going sideways like this, she will actually lasso the top of my horn with her mic wire, and we'll be like.
Yeah,
I get a little tangled every now and then, and I'm always like, "Why isn't that stuff up, man? Come on, like it's swinging all over the place."
Yeah, we recently started using our cordless mics,
Oh.
and that helps a lot
Wireless,
with that
yeah.
situation.
Oh yeah, I guess
So
so.
there's no cord on there. And
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something about the spit valve.
Oh, the spit valve.
Oh, no,
that's another
really?
one. So if we're reading charts off an iPad, and she's swinging her bell around from the spit valve, like a big lob of spit will fly out, and I'm like, it's landed right on my iPad screen. I've watched it just like slowly drip down as we're playing, and it's like I'm not swiping. Like,
You mean
That's
during the
not even
show?
the story.
yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say that
oh,
one
the
girl
the
at
girl it
Glass
landed
Cactus.
on. Oh yeah, well there was that too.
Yeah.
I was trying to keep it PG for the children.
Oh, hey,
No,
they're
we-
rock stars, right?
No, we
Come
can
on.
we can hear this. We can hear
Well,
this.
I'll let you tell the story.
Well, I mean, I don't know them. I was playing, and apparently while I'm playing, there's like, we don't like to call it spit. We like to call it condensation. But
Spit happens.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
right,
so
whatever.
apparently there was some of that condensation like flying off the end of my spit valve, and
Right.
there's some
Landing on
girl that
people's-
comes to like a lot of our shows with this older gentleman, and she was like,
She was
she was
Being
happy
nice.
about it. She was
She's
like, like
so refreshing.
yeah.
Oh,
and-
yeah. She damn sure calls it condensation because she's not gonna call it spit.
right.
Was that at the Glass Cactus?
Yes, yeah. Because we do like to be engaging and like interactive, so we don't just stand at the back of the stage. We do a lot of stuff where we're out in the crowd, or we're standing at the edge of the stage right over all the people, the
Get
audience.
up on the tables.
Yeah.
Spit falls in their cocktail drinks, in their soup, in their gumbo. We
We
see
haven't
it,
had
they
any
don't, and
complaints
we're
though,
not
so
No. That condensation voice, it was
It'll
good.
get you.
That's so funny.
No
She-
extra charge for that.
yeah.
That's included in the cover.
God, remind me to never go to a show if you've got a cold.
oh yeah. Just
Oh,
stay a few feet back is all.
Right. That is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That is funny stuff. I love hearing those stories, though. Yeah. So you were just spraying the heck out of her.
Yeah. She was loving
Unintentionally.
it.
I didn't notice because I don't.
Oh, you're busy.
Barely see that, but from the side she could see.
True story.
That's funny. Well, I knew there had to be smack. I mean, I knew there had to be smack since with you guys.
Nothing
know.
too
Trying to think
serious.
what
Like
else.
nothing where it was, we didn't damage our instruments. We try and be conscious of of our space because,
Right.
like you said, we do
Right.
tons of
It's tight.
choreography where one person's going up, one person's going down with their horn, and
You take into consideration drunk people at venues
Yeah.
dancing in front of us, especially Sarah, because a trombone
Right.
slide
Yeah.
goes out,
Right,
like
right.
a meter and a half or something, and it's when they start zoning in, you don't want to get smashed in the face and knock your teeth out. So.
Right.
or
We're pretty
mess up your
careful.
instrument.
But there's nothing we can do about flying condensation.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Or
no.
flying
It happens.
mouthpieces. I've had that one time happen.
What did Amanda?
The mouthpiece flew out of my lead pipe and went
What?
into the crowd.
How?
This was at Capitol Bar when it was still open
Uh-huh.
in Fort Worth. I'm not sure if
Really?
you guys are even in the band yet, but I was spinning my trumpet around on my hand, and so the mouthpiece comes flying out, and it's an outdoor stage, so it's concrete. So my mouthpiece just hits the concrete,
Slammed
and
it.
it's all kinds of dented up. It won't even go back into the lead pipe, so I had to like do
No.
an emergency maintenance on it to make sure I could
my
still use it.
Really?
And then that same mouthpiece, a couple of years later, was in a pouch full of all of my my regular mouthpieces that I use. I was on my motorcycle, and I had my trumpet on my back, and the top part of my trumpet case actually flew open in the wind. Thankfully, I wasn't on the highway. I was on a street. But
Oh, wow.
that pouch full of $500 worth of mouthpieces that I use every day was in the middle of their street somewhere, and I had to go back and find it, and it was at night. So sure enough, I found it, and all my mouthpieces were all dented up, and I had to do
Oh,
the
my
same kind
God.
of
Wow.
kind of surgery to put them back together. And I still
Wow.
use them. This is one of them.
And those mouthpieces, they're not light. Now, I know
No,
yours
they're
is
pretty
heavier.
heavy, yeah.
I know yours is heavier, Sarah, but yeah, they hit somebody and
Oh yeah.
take an eye out.
I gotta say I haven't seen her spin her trumpet around, so
Yeah, I don't do
she
that
must have learned her
anymore.
lesson.
yeah. Yeah, that's funny though.
Note to
Wow.
self: do not
you-
flip instrument.
You ride a motorcycle?
I do, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
what do you
it's kind
got?
of like a hobby. Currently I have a Kawasaki Z900.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a Harley guy, but
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you ride alone?
I'm alone and with friends. I
Oh,
have
do
a few
you?
friends who ride too, who
you?
actually got me interested in it, and been riding for about 3 years.
Wow.
I ride dirt bikes too.
Oh, really?
And street
Yeah.
bikes, yeah.
Yeah. That's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fun. Cool. Is that kind of
She's
your
really
hobby?
cool.
Yeah, kind of an expensive hobby, but it's worth it.
Yeah. So do you have a hobby, Alicia?
I collect animals.
Animals?
She's got a zoo.
Like
Yeah,
live animals?
Like,
A lot.
Yeah, I like pets. It's the Anglo-Saxon white Protestant. I think it's genetically ingrained into me, right? Right now, like outdoor stuff, due to moving to Arkansas, I've been
Oh, yeah.
doing a lot of that. So I guess that's my hobby right now is biking and hiking, fishing, saxophone playing.
Do you have
Cats
any-
and dogs.
Do you have any unusual animals?
Not anymore. I used to have a pet rat.
Rat?
That's probably the most unusual. Yeah, an
Really?
albino rat named Daisy.
Really?
She was very cool.
What happened to
R.I.P.
Daisy?
They only lived 2 to 3 years, so
Oh, she's
she lived a very
in
long,
Daisy heaven.
happy rat life. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. What about you, Sarah?
I'm trying to think if I
Hobbies. She's
have
got children.
hobbies. Yeah,
She's got a
It's like
hobby. She's
I
got a
have-
husband.
I have 2 kids, so
Do you really?
between like
Oh, you're busy.
working, teaching, my business, playing,
How old are they?
and kids.
How old are they?
8. I have a son who's 8, and I have a little girl who's 5.
Wow. Yeah, you are busy.
You know, we're lucky that one of our passions, playing instrument, which I guess it's not a hobby anymore. It's a way of making an income. You know,
Sure.
but
Right.
it's like we're kind of fortunate that we do spend most of our time doing something we love, that anything else on the side, it's not, a lot of people have hobbies to escape from what they do. We aren't really in that same
Yeah,
realm, I feel.
and it's like we're looking forward to the weekend, but then when you really think about it, it's because we're working, but
Right.
you don't feel like it at all. It's just good times. So
Right.
Yeah, we
Right.
did a little road trip. When was it? Yesterday?
Thursday.
Thursday? What day is it? I don't
yeah,
know
they
what day
picked
it
me
is.
up at the Meyerson, and
Oh.
then the 3 of us went down to Houston for
Did a performance.
a private corporate thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Made a little money.
Little road
Yeah.
trip money. Sisterhood hang,
Yeah,
Sisterhood hang.
Yeah,
That
we
look-
get to, it's like the girls' locker room.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
that's where Amanda played I Spy for the first time in her
yeah.
entire
Oh, is
life.
that right?
Can you believe that? She's like, how do we play?
Really?
This girl. Anyway, we played it for like 20 minutes, so now she can share it with all
She'll
of her
never
friends.
want to play it again. I can tell you that.
Well, it was,
That's
it
enough.
was a late night. Like we were up
Oh.
driving from Houston
Yeah.
back to Dallas.
Yeah.
And it was like
That's
2
a
in the
long
morning. We're
ass
trying
drive,
to keep
yeah.
everyone awake. And
And
so
your car was
actually-
locked in at the Meyerson. We get back at 2 in the
Oh,
morning.
yeah.
Yeah, the car park's
Oh.
locked. Yeah, I drove 830 miles on Thursday from Arkansas down to Houston and back up
Oh,
to Dallas. It was
no.
awesome.
that's how much she loves us.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Dedication.
she's like a driving machine. I don't know
She
how she
is.
does it.
Just
Don't give
Red
away her
Bull.
secrets.
it's just in her. It's
Yeah.
just in her. Hey, let's give the audience a little bit more of you guys' talents here. How about some Stevie Wonder?
Yeah.
on the table, kicking over
condensation
drinks.
flying around.
Huh?
Our condensation flying around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's dark enough. Hopefully no one knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's ever started any fights. Someone thinks somebody spit on them that was standing next to them.
Gosh. I hope not.
Next thing you know, there's a brawl. So on the way here today, a couple of you rode together, right?
Yeah. So when I come through town, I stay at the same place Amanda stays. One of the singers that you saw earlier in the video, Christy.
Yeah.
She has a guest room, so her and I hang out there.
Cool.
Because it's
Free.
free.
It's a safe word. Free.
And they're like family.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Right. That
awesome.
helps.
We like them.
That helps. Yeah. So what were you listening? What kind of music were you listening to on the way over here?
Silence.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
No music?
Her and I were having a fight on the way over here. No, I'm
No,
joking. So we were like not
never.
talking to each other. Actually, I listened to Amanda eat tacos on the way here. So
Really?
this morning I went and did the Starbucks Austin Taco House taco run.
Oh.
And she was eating. I was looking at the map.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing your thing,
Yeah.
driving.
Driving.
Yeah. What were you listening to, Sarah?
Well, I'm pretty much a big nerd, so I always like to be learning new stuff. So I was listening to NPR.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
That doesn't
Cool.
make you a nerd.
Okay. Well, they were talking about, remember how I was telling you guys all about the feathers and fly fishing
Oh, yeah.
with like the birds in the
Yeah.
sky and stuff? It was
Okay,
about
I take it
that.
This could get yeah. We're
Take it
going
back, I
we're
take it
going
back.
nerdy. Yeah.
I've actually already heard this episode and I still kept listening to it because it's fascinating.
Wow.
Anyway,
Wow.
fly fishing,
Yeah.
just normal stuff.
Yeah. Fly
Stuff
fishing.
like that.
Yeah. Everybody talks about that all the time. Yeah. So, what musician, Alicia, would you like to collaborate with?
Oh,
Good question. Collaborate or work with?
Collaborate.
Collaborate. Well, Josh.
Work with. It's kind of the same thing.
Well, because, okay. Let's see. I love Jamiroquai.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So, performing with them would definitely be something that I've been into since I was about 16.
Wow.
But, I kind of balance between doing more mainstream top 40 stuff and trying to push my own solo artist jazz career thing. And so if we're going
Right.
to tap into that realm too, like Joshua Redman,
That would be.
that would be the creme de la creme.
Okay. Cool. What about you, Amanda?
Well, you know how they always say you got to dream big, right?
Of
Well,
course,
it.
absolutely.
Well, ideally, what would be really cool is if the three of us as a section, we got picked up by like Bruno Mars
Oh,
or
wow.
Beyonce
JT.
or
Lizzo.
Yeah.
And if
Justin
you actually
Timberlake. Ooh.
JT.
Yeah.
And if you listen to a lot of like the Bruno Mars stuff and Lizzo, like they have a lot of horn heavy material.
Right.
So, and we play that music anyway.
Right.
And
For
we're
what
into
we
Yeah.
do.
All
Yeah.
right.
You
And
hear that, everyone?
I'll just send out some vibes,
Do it.
That'd be
Put that
awesome.
mojo out there.
Yeah.
And there's this girl who I kind of follow on social media who her name's Kiku Collins, and she was the trumpet player for Beyonce for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I follow
wow.
her too.
And she's really cool and down to earth, and she like fought cancer and won and everything, and
Wow.
she's just a badass. And
Yeah.
so, to be something like that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would. Very cool. All right. What about you, Sarah?
So for me, I don't have to think too hard because this has been a pretty much sort of dream thing since I was a teenager, is to play in Erykah Badu's band. Because,
Really?
Like, I love her so much.
Yeah.
I've been, jamming to her since I was a teenager in Phoenix, and then she's from Dallas.
Right.
And I've had a chance to meet her here. Just still like chokes me up to remember it because it was such she's such a beautiful person,
Yeah.
so talented as an artist.
Right.
Anyway, that's like my ideal
Right.
collaboration, just being with her energy. It's just like, ooh.
Was she at the Meyerson?
She was actually. She did a
Yeah.
concert last year, and I went to the dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
Since I kind of have access as a staff person,
Of course.
And when they were taking a break, she was on stage, and I thought, now's my chance. I got to do it. And I got to hug her and talk to her, and her daughter actually, since I
Nice.
teach at Booker T, her daughter is That's where she graduated from, for one
Really?
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
She was in the art department there, actually, and then now she's obviously famous for being a vocalist.
Right.
But she's just an all-around great artist, in my opinion. Anyway, her daughter she's a sophomore there. So I mentioned that I teach there, and she was just super sweet and just, thanking me for my service to students. And
Right.
she was just really down to earth, and I love her vibe of
Right.
making new stuff happen.
Yeah. Those are some cool choices, guys. So, I'm kind of old school. So every once in a while I turn on a little Chicago on my playlist. And I still love to this day, all their stuff.
Yeah,
So you guys, what do you think about Chicago?
love Chicago.
Yeah.
I like them, but honestly, I'm partial to Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, are you?
myself.
Well,
Yes.
I like that too, but yeah.
My uncles did their costumes, so I've got to meet them and
Really?
go backstage and stuff. So it's like I feel more connected to them.
Your uncle did their costumes.
Earth, Wind, and Fire, yeah.
Really? Wow. So he's in the costume making business.
Can he make us some costumes?
He sure is.
I want
Actually, two of my uncles are in that industry. One of them
Really?
died last year, unfortunately. He was the one who did Prince's purple suit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like hardcore, right? And then my other uncle Thomas, he does tons of different bands too. I saw him a couple summers ago. He was doing Neil Diamond.
Really?
Yeah. So, but he switches tours all the time.
I'm sure that
He's never commented on any of our attire being anything but amazing. So I'm gonna assume that
Really?
we have
It's okay.
we're okay and
You got the
holding
seal
it
of
down.
approval?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guarantee you, Prince's whatever he made for Prince is in a museum or
It is.
It's in a
like
Hard
a
Rock
Smithsonian
somewhere.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because that stuff just it winds up in a case. So okay, so I want to do my little lightning, non-lightning round, and the reason it's a non-lightning because I ask these questions and I want you to throw out an answer really quick, but then a lot of times you say stuff that make me really inquisitive and I have to stop and ask you about it. So it's kind of a lightning, non-lightning round. It's lightning for you. It's not for me. But hey, it's my show, so I can do what I want to.
There you go.
Right. Okay, guys. So here we go. Well, I think I'll hear from all three of you too. We'll start with Alicia and go around that way. So, Alicia, favorite app?
Weather Channel.
I said app.
App.
Are you serious?
It's a Weather Channel app. Yeah, like the weather app.
You serious? You chose the Weather Channel?
I love the weather.
Oh my gosh, I'm not going
She
to make.
does. She's always following the
Are you
radar and
serious?
stuff.
Yeah, like
She
it's,
lives
it's
in
What
a
is
place where
wrong
weather
with you?
matters.
What is wrong with you, Alicia?
You know, I drive a lot. I spend a lot of time outside. I want to know if it's going to rain or not.
Okay, let's move on. Amanda.
She sends us
Probably,
screenshots of like her weather app.
Oh my
She'll be
God.
like, guys, look at the radar.
The weather. I've never heard.
I feel less nerdy right now.
yeah. I bet.
She gets excited about extreme weather and storms.
Oh,
and
wow.
We're
sleet
like
and
comparing the
snow.
temperatures between Dallas and
Oh, my
Arkansas.
God.
Yes.
All right, Amanda, get us out of this.
Probably PayPal.
PayPal?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Really? Because
I use it the
Cha-ching.
most.
yeah. You like that sound, yeah.
I like receiving on PayPal. I don't like
Yeah.
sending on PayPal.
Right. What about
Or
you?
Venmo, same thing.
Oh, Venmo. Yeah, Venmo's a good one. What about you, Sarah?
I'm going to say Overcast, which is an app to listen to podcasts because during my commute every day, I listen to podcasts.
I haven't heard of Overcast.
Oh, really?
I need to find out
Yeah,
about it.
it's great. Yeah, it's just the
Okay.
same as all the other ones. It's just the one that
You-
I downloaded first, basically.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go, Alicia. Zodiac sign.
I'm a Libra.
Virgo.
Cancer.
All right. Favorite beverage?
Beer.
What kind?
Ooh, Tui's new.
Okay, craft.
Australian.
Yeah. Amanda?
Craft here, yeah.
Lemon water, and I'm not kidding.
Really?
And no ice.
Oh, man. All right. Sarah?
Water for me, too.
Really?
Sorry.
Boring.
That's why y'all are so skinny. Gosh. All right, Alicia, back to you. Dream car.
Ooh, I gotta be quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
My husband's like a real big car guy, so I feel like this is
Pressure's on.
pressure. I know it's lightning.
She has a pretty sick car as it is.
I don't know. I'm gonna come back to me.
Okay.
Probably a McLaren.
That's what I was gonna say.
Nice.
McLarens are sweet.
Yeah.
But like honestly, what I really want is the current model of a Honda Civic, that is the sport version with the hatchback.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not too nerdy.
Alicia, go.
Oh man, I don't
What's she-
know. When I'm looking for a new car, I'm all over the place. I'm looking at trucks, crossovers, coupes.
It's a
like,
dream. It's not something practical.
I know, but
Lamborghini
like you
or
gotta,
something.
Forerunner.
Let's just say a Stingray, like a '67. you know?
Oh, Corvette.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now we're talking convertible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. We're almost done. Well, we're kind of halfway done. Sasquatch or space aliens?
Space aliens.
Definitely space aliens.
Same.
Okay, no Sasquatches in this group. Yeah. First celebrity crush?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Probably Bruno Mars.
Tyson Beckford. It's a model.
Ooh,
He-
yeah,
yeah.
I liked him too.
Really? I never even heard of him.
He was
Ooh,
in
he's
the Britney Spears video. He was riding a motorbike, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, and he had his shirt off, I think, and some leather pants.
He's like
if I remember
he was a
correctly.
Ralph Lauren.
She knows all about it.
Probably he's like a Ralph Lauren model.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
okay.
Smoking hot.
Really hot. Yeah.
First one? That was your first?
He's the only one I can think of. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on my wall when I was a teenager too.
Was he?
Yeah.
Same.
Have a poster?
Calendar. I had a
Yeah.
calendar that my husband actually got for me
Oh,
while
you
we were
one-
dating.
One for every season.
Wow. He's secure.
He is.
Yeah, he's
He
pretty.
should be.
Yeah. Okay, so Led Zeppelin or George Jones?
Zeppelin.
Zeppelin.
Yes.
She doesn't
Who's
know.
George Jones?
You don't
I've
know who
never heard
George
of him.
Jones
Sorry,
is?
no.
He was country.
Oh, okay.
He's
so,
he's gone, but he was
yeah, I'll
country.
go for George then. Why
You like
not?
country? Yeah.
Not particularly, but
No. All right. Anybody have a favorite recipe?
we don't have time to cook that much.
A microwave.
Really? Everything's microwave.
I
No,
like making curry
I
stuff.
grill like steaks, chicken, but I'm not really a recipe person.
you don't have a-
I'm
you don't have a
fly by the
favorite
seat of my
dish?
pants sort of thing. You
No
know?
favorite dish
To make or
I like
eat?
chicken.
to make?
Oh, to make, no.
No.
Scrambled eggs and cheese.
No.
We have a lot of like breakfast for dinner at home.
Yeah.
Like we're in a rush.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
Who wants
Yeah,
scrambled
yeah.
eggs?
Okay. Pizza and beer or steak and wine?
Well, that depends on the company.
Yeah.
I'll say steak.
Steak?
Yeah, steak and wine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to be
Yeah.
sophisticated.
I thought you'd be pizza and
I
beer,
would
really.
be, but I'm like, I feel left out if I'm okay. I'll be pizza and beer.
Yeah, because I
Pizza.
felt that from you.
Yeah, for
Pizza
sure.
and beer. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's listen to a little more music from the ladies here. What we got? Proud Mary. Right, we are back. That was the Wonderhorns.
With the Walton Stout Band.
Yep.
Absolutely. You know, I've got this image. I'm going to show it to the audience. I love this photo. I love it.
Yep.
What an awesome photo
So
that is.
when we perform publicly, there was often a photographer, Mark Bickham, who came out, very talented photographer, just hobbyist, I guess. I shouldn't call him a hobbyist because he is professional, but
Amazing.
it's not, it's just a love of his. and he was gracious enough to offer to do some portraits that we were able to get some really groovy shots to help promote this new whole Wonderhorn thing. So we're very grateful to you, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
great
you.
job,
Love you.
Mark. Great photo, great capture. Yeah. Yeah. So you got some more besides that one?
Yeah, we got a few different ones.
Oh,
If
good.
you go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wonderhorns, there's a whole array of images and videos to check out. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. If you, Sarah, were a tattoo, what would you want to be?
I don't know what I want to be, but I'm not going to say it.
Like, are we talking about where on the body or
No.
what image?
What image would you
okay.
be?
Oh, if I were a tattoo, okay, I would be. I don't know. This is a very hard question. Right? Am I right, guys?
I think you'd be a unicorn or something magical.
A
mystical.
unicorn? Okay, I'll take that.
Although she didn't come up with it.
I'm
on
sorry,
her
that
own.
was
I
mine.
know.
Yeah, you have to do your own.
I don't know. I mean,
Trombone.
A
it's
trombone.
so plain though. I don't know.
Psychedelic trombone.
I feel like it would be something with dancing because I do like dancing and
Oh, do you?
yeah.
Are you a dancer?
I was growing up. My mom was my dance teacher,
Mm.
and so when I got to middle school, I started doing music. It was one of the things where I basically had to choose: do I want to continue taking several lessons a week, like at a dance studio,
Right,
or do I want to have my private lesson with my teacher?
right.
So I picked the music because of the whole scholarship thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I stopped like formal dancing back then, but I still, I mean, I can't not dance if I hear music. So
Right, right.
yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys noticed in the monitor how great Sarah looks?
Oh
with
my
her-
gosh.
She
Against,
always looks
look
great.
at Sarah, Sarah. Say something. No, forget it. I'll just
Hello.
there. Look at how she contrasts.
With your image back there.
With the image.
Yeah, you guys have got matching hair as well.
Right. That is really cool looking.
Matching hair.
We might just have to get some.
I need
She's
to
a
put my hair
doll.
back.
It looks cool, man. It's very cool.
you.
So, what about you, Amanda? What tattoo would you be?
I don't know. When I was younger, I used to want tattoos, but I said, let me think about it for a few years before I actually do. So
Yeah.
I thought about it for a few years, and then that interest completely went away. So I'm glad I didn't actually get any.
Really?
But I used to want tattoos of the drum corps that I marched with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet a bunch of them do that, don't they?
They actually do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when they're like much older, they're alumni, and they have these old wrinkly faded tattoos, and I'm like,
Right.
that's cool, but I don't think I want that on me. But
Right.
if I were a tattoo, probably something just really small and simple, like Japanese character or something that people will look at it and not know what it means.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time in Japan, and I love the culture there, so it would be appropriate,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
A sushi
Now-
roll,
now
bowl
what's
of
the-
rice, sticky rice,
Now, what's the deal with Japan? Is that, I mean, do you have family? I mean, are you
work.
from that part of the country? Or?
No, I've never been until I signed on a contract with this performing company. The show, it debuted about 20 years ago in the States, and it's called Blast. So it's basically like a stage version of drum corps, a much longer show. It's a 2-hour show, and it's brass, color guard, percussion, and it's basically just like a mishmash of dancing, choreography, and all kinds of music that people would recognize. And the version of Blast that I've been doing the last 4 years, it's been a Disney Blast show. So we've been
Oh, cool.
it was a Disney show, and first we went out there in 2016, summer of 2016, and we've been back every summer since so far. We're not doing a Japan tour this year because our production company said the Olympics are happening in Japan this summer, so we're not going to try to do a production. It's going to be a little too crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully,
Cool.
I do a few more tours with them because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Right. Get to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
That's why they call me
Japanda.
Japanda.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Right,
Yeah.
right. All right, Alicia.
Did you guys see that image of the raccoon riding the wild pig? It was on a game cam circling social media like a month ago. I'm serious. This
I
is
must have missed it.
a raccoon. I'm serious. There's a raccoon riding a pig, and I'm copying my friend Veronica. She actually took it upon herself to get that tattooed. And if I was
Really?
a tattoo,
What?
that's what I'd be. I'm serious. No, but it's like
She did it in the last month?
maybe like a month and a half ago.
Oh
when
my
like the
goodness.
week after it came out. She already has like I think like tattoos. Once you have a few, like you're not afraid
you're
to kind
addicted.
of bite the bullet
Right.
with more spontaneity. But
Right.
like just something that's fun.
Fun and funny.
Fun, cute, yeah, like sign of the times, like raccoons are riding wild hogs, like why not?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool.
That's
Now,
cool.
who would you want to be on?
Tyson Beckford's ass.
She can have one cheek and I'll take the other.
we'll hold hands across the butt. Come on, do it. High five.
You guys crack me up, man. Crack me up. Okay, so tell me, if people want to book you guys or reach out, just follow you guys, what's the best way to make contact?
I think through the Facebook page works
Yeah. You
Okay.
can
so
message
far,
us.
and then we respond individually through email once
Okay.
they reach out to us.
Yeah.
So message you on Facebook.
Yeah, message us on Facebook.
So it's facebook.com
/Wonderhorns.
Wonderhorns.
Wonderhorns.
Yeah. Or
Okay.
just type Wonderhorns into the search engine. You should be able to find us pretty easily.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
I guess we need to get like Wonderhorns@gmail or something like real generic too, huh? Now that we bring this up.
Sure.
Yeah, good idea. I'd go do it.
Don't email
Do
us
it.
there
I'd
just
go.
yet.
I'd go do it like right now, because it'll be gone. like right now. So I really want to thank Sarah and Amanda and Alicia for coming on the show today, because you guys are awesome, and
Thank you
I
for
really,
the invite.
so much.
Had a great
I
time.
really,
Good.
I really enjoyed it. The time goes by so fast, but I'm glad you were my first horn section on the show.
Thank you.
Gosh, we've had a couple of hundred musicians, singers, songwriters, bands on the show, and never a horn section. So
Wow.
this is really cool. This is really cool. And, it's kind of part of my roots, too, because, 7th grade, I was playing.
Do you want to play my trombone?
No,
real
I
fast?
wanna
don't want
see
to.
this.
Oh,
Come
I
on.
forgot though. Before you guys got to play. You got to do something with those horns
Yeah, let's
in the studio. This is going to be too cool. So you just figure something out. You've already figured it out.
I'm just gonna do a little. Wait, what? Saints?
Blues and B flat.
No, yeah. Let's do blues and B flat. All right.
Woo! There you go. Awesome. You guys are so freaking badass.
Thank you.
I just
Thank
love
you.
it. Yeah, I just love it. The reason I won't blow into a mouthpiece for a trombone is because a few years ago, it's been longer than a few years ago, but I had a friend that still had a trombone, because mine is long since, who knows what happened to it, and I played it a little bit, and my lips were like huge
yeah.
all the rest of the day. I mean, my lips were like, they were huge. I looked like I had
Seafood
Botox.
allergies or something.
Yeah, I was like, no, okay, I'm not doing that crap no more, because I'm so vain. But no, no, I'm just kidding. But no, I just like, that's not worth it. But anyway, it was a good time, and I'm glad that's over. Anyway, you. Because I
That's
didn't
what I
get.
say every time I put my horn away.
'Cause
That was good. Glad it's over.
yeah, night. No, but it was still wanted to play drums, and that never happened either. But life got in the way then. But hey, it is what it is. Hey guys, I'm gonna close this out, and I've got a real quick video of these guys before we sign off here. But I want to tell you. Besides my Tuesday and Thursday 7:30 p.m. shows here at Vocal Studios featuring music and visual art. Don't forget my show in the Dallas Design District on Wednesdays from 7 to 8 p.m., 1523 Dragon Street, featuring singer-songwriters and visual artists. Be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Barside Jive Live, where I archive all my shows. And remember that VocalNow.com is home to the zoo, so download the VocalNow app from your app store. If you create music or some other form of art and would like to be featured on one of my shows, or you would like to sponsor or advertise on a show, or maybe you just want to send me a comment, dc@barsidejive.com. My show today has also been brought to you by Hip and Hippie. Hip and Hippie is a planet-loving company known for its high-quality, earth-friendly, 100% recyclable candle line and natural body care products. It's no wonder that eco-supporting people love Hip and Hippie, hipandhippie.com. Want to thank Jay and Jimmy, our production team, for the hard work they put in to make these shows happen. Thanks, Jay.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Jay.
Wake up, Jay. Did
Yeah.
we wake you up to come in and do this today?
Not at all. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
Despite getting started at 1:30, but yeah.
Okay, guys. So we are out of here. Thanks again for hanging out with us this evening. We totally appreciate your support of what we do, and hope that you'll share us with your friends and family and followers. And make sure you check out the ladies' Facebook page and follow them. Instagram?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet? No?
We're
Really?
working on it.
Y'all need to do that.
We'll do it today.
Yeah, you got to get that Instagram
That's
account going.
That's going to be Sarah's job this afternoon.
Yeah, the Wonder Horns.
do
Yeah,
that.
you got to do that. Totally. Be sure to be kind to one another, be a hero in someone's life. Keep it real, keep on rocking, and so we'll see you next time. And here, one more time, is the Wonder Horns.
Funky.
That's BarsideJiveLive.com.
The zoo gives you rock for the senses. Lows that evolve into highs that pierce. Feel the rock on 98 KZEW, Dallas, Fort Worth.